I love it. I love your best player saying it's championship or nothing for us, period. All right? I love. Would you rather Giannis is there's no failure? If he had sat up there and said there's no failure in sports, yeah.
Actually, go on, yeah.
So I love it. Now, obviously, this was a tremendous success for that team. I like the leader saying it's not, but we're on the outside, and we're judging it. First for Jalen Brunson. First time he makes an all-star team. First time he's going to make an all-NBA team. All right, he only has 1 year left on his deal and then a player option. Yeah. So he has put himself in position to get a max contract extension in the future. Like, it was a rousing success for him.
What else was his first, Brew?
Is he still in there?
Of course, Brew.
I know he's technically in there, but I think
Brew. Tell the audience.
Spiritually, I think you want him out. But yeah, he's in club.
There you go. Thank you, Brew. But go ahead.
All right, and then for the team, they changed their image. I mean, people, you couldn't help but love this team. The heart, the toughness, the grit, everything. And players got to see when you're good in New York, I mean, that crowd was awesome. Not only were the celebrities there, but heck, half of the, players from the 90s that were significant, right? Allen Houston, Sprewell, Camby, Larry Johnson, Stephon Marbury, everybody is there. So it was a good recruiting situation for potential free agents. So I think it was a tremendous success. And when we had started the season, Nick, the top 4 teams in the East, you would have said Boston, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, and Miami.
Yes.
So they were one of the Knicks finished in the top 4. Yeah. I know injuries played a role, but great season for the Knicks.
It's a great season. Jalen is a superstar. The Knicks are cool again for the first time in forever. They are relevant again for the first time in a very long time. They are an attractive destination, I feel, again, which is why I implore. They're good, but with a blind spot head coach to chill just a little.
I don't think he's
So here's my question. Wildes, let me ask you this. Let's say for a decade, I've run a delivery business.
Okay.
And
those steaks that you were selling?
Well, that was no, I didn't own that business. I did.
Right?
Toasters,
listen, no, toasters.
Guys, no, that's a different guy. That's the inventor, Ryan Brew. That's a callback that the audience doesn't remember.
Some people.
But let's just say I ran a delivery business.
Okay.
And I'm like, guys, and every year people are like, oh my goodness, you're cheaper than everyone else. You have a smaller workforce. How do you do it? And I'm like, well, I don't let my guys take breaks, and I have them break traffic laws. And then every year, come Christmas time, people are like, my packages aren't here. And I'm like, well, yeah, a couple of my guys are in the hospital. Some quit. They're not with me. I would need to adjust. And people can say that, oh, but Nick, how are you going to say the Knicks injuries are on Tibbs other than OG? They're not overuse injuries. Here's a fact. The more often you're on the court, the more chances you have to get hurt. Yeah. And it is not coincidental that Tibbs, throughout his career, has had guys at the end of the year. Yes, you get it's like a snake eating its tail a bit. It's like, oh my goodness, they overachieve so much, but it's because of overuse to a degree, and then the overuse catches up to them. So just chill a bit. Just a bit. Like that.
I hear you. And I look, I do only think you can only pin one injury, OG's hamstring, on him. I mean, Brunson,
OG's hurt every year.
No, that's true too. But I'm just saying that's the only injury that you can directly, you can directly. But look, I hear you, Nick. One thing I will give him, you had a lot of guys hurt. Would he have been playing guys if he had his other 4 players? Essentially, his other 4 starters, would he have played these guys those minutes?
He plays them huge minutes in the regular season.
Well, and look, that's Tibbs. If Tibbs does not coach them the way they are coached, they're not in this round.
They're 9 games away.
Right. Okay.
They were 9 wins away.
All right.
They might have got beaten probably in the first round.
Just chill a bit would be my recommendation. Just a little. I know Stan Van Gundy's going to get mad at me. Just chill a bit.
I liked it. Coming up next, what do we have? Oh, Josh Allen. We're not talking about Denver. Phew.
No, that's in
Josh Allen and
back to Denver in 12 minutes. We're giving Wildes a respite.
Coming up tomorrow. Wow. An abridged King of the Hill featuring Tyrese Halliburton.
Well, I don't know if it's featuring, but it does mean that we're down to 4 teams.
Pretty good. We're going to get deep into the benches.
He was the only one you could put it.
Yeah. Afternoon headline sponsored by Claritin knocks out allergy symptoms from over 200 allergens. He also said, I know it's going to go viral. I don't care. So you were correct about that. Your reaction?
It's not an opinion you're allowed to have.
Are you saying this is a Tua
I'm
thing?
surprised the board
he's
isn't.
on the Dolphins, or is this a
Well, you
Mahomes
know
thing?
what? To be honest with you, Brew, I was so wrapped up in these histrionics, I forgot the board. The board, you're right. It's the board should be. Listen, here's the deal. I'll let you handle the Tua piece of
Sure.
it. I'm going to handle the we need to live in an objective reality piece of it. There are certain. Listen, you can. There are a lot of opinions that there's a wide swath of available options. There's certain things that you're just wrong. If you say a gerbil is the best pet you can have, you're wrong. Say Warren Harding's the best president ever, you're wrong. If you say anyone other than Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in football right now, you're wrong. And if you are going to be wrong, at least be wrong like Tyreek has been wrong in support of your own guy.
I think that's
and as a good teammate. Don't be loud, wrong, and disloyal to an ex, which is what the Bills are. Like it was. So it's really hard to wrap that much wrong in a 10-second soundbite at a softball game, but he did it.
It was nice though, and I get.
And
the
Allen was right
sentiment.
there.
Yeah, and it was okay. And he never gave an official goodbye to Buffalo. But you could have said, you know what? More completions, higher percentage, more yards, more touchdowns, and fewer interceptions. My new quarterback, Tua. So I'm very proud of him and happy to be playing with him. But Josh Allen is also very good. Do you think this is at all a bad look from a Dolphins angle? I know it's not the biggest deal in the world, but
Yeah. Look, I think Tua first knows he's not the best quarterback in the league.
I don't know.
think he
Tyreek was
understands
trying to convince
it
him.
was a pretty ball.
I think Tua
like, I don't know, I
also
threw for
is
the most
probably
yards. What do you want me to
thinking,
do?
first of all, who knows how close they are? There they look like they got a good friendly relationship, but they might really be boys,
Yep.
Poyer and Allen, so there's that. And I just think it was, something he wanted to throw out there, and Josh is right there, made him feel good. But
Odd, though.
He knows.
Odd. It's just, if I'm Tua, I'm like, hey.
So, really?
I shoot you a text. I shoot you a sad face text.
Tua knows. You don't think Tua knows he's not the best? Like, not
just don't
even in
wanna
the
hear it.
discussion
No,
I just
of
don't
the
wanna
best
hear it.
quarterback in the
Well,
league?
listen, I agree with what you're saying. The one wiggle room I would have for Poyer, he's still wrong on the facts, right?
Yes.
But I think it's less impactful because he plays defense.
Yeah, if it was a receiver.
I think if it was someone, right, on the offensive side of the ball that went from Josh Allen to Tua, and then he's with Josh Allen, like, you're the best.
You know what? Yeah.
Because he plays defense, I think it's less harmful in the locker room. It's very harmful for Jordan Poyer's future as an analyst if he wants to be one, because he got the easiest question wrong.
If I was Tua, I'd pull up a touchdown that I threw, like where Jordan Poyer was in the vicinity.
But
just send it to him.
Buffalo's a good team, so chances are there are none of those.
Oh my gosh!
They were 1-6 last year against playoff teams.
He's beaten the Bills.
The Bills were the one team?
No, not last year.
Oh,
They
that's
did
all
not.
I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Last year he didn't.
He's got no highlights
He
against
threw a
Buffalo.
touchdown, didn't he?
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.